Hello, Cherie Hanson here. We're having the tail end of the warm days outside, golden leaves, sun on my deck in the afternoon, tomato plants still having the gift of red orbs growing on them. And it's a very strange time when there seems to be a lingering. We're not used to having the weather be this way as we head into the winter, but there's a sense of anticipation, this feeling, well, it can't last. And I think one of the things I've been thinking about quite a bit lately is how we read our gauges. We have the gauges that we check to see how we're doing because we have a mind habit of doing that. And I think one of the things that really helped me a lot was when I came to understand that everybody has different gauges. When you're checking to see how you're performing or how you're doing, the gauges you check will be determined by your family story, your upper limit setting, by your expectations, by your trauma markers. And so we get into a place where, we look at somebody else and they're going on about how bad things are. And of course, you're looking at it and you're going like, nobody I know died. Nobody I love died. And my body is healthy, even if my hip has failed and I'm in chronic pain. I know my body is being good to me. And so for me, one of the things that I'm constantly aware of is disruption of the ego story or the ego narrative. Yes, the ego wants you to see yourself as a victim or as overwhelmed or isn't it horrible? But I have to keep in mind over and over again, bring myself back to the center. It's kind of like, have you ever seen one of those commercials where you've got the kittens and they're just crawling all over the room? Often I think about my mind that way. It's just like, what? Where are you going? What's that thought doing? Why are you ripping the chair apart? What are you doing with that string? And I have to come back to a vision of who I want to be. And that is my North Star. It is, how did you take this news? How did you take this situation? How did you go through this apparent opportunity to be very sad and embittered and victimized? Were you, and I think of this so often, were you a good sailor? You got your ship out on the ocean, you've got storms coming in, you've got weather, you've got waves, you've got hidden rocks, all this stuff is in a life. And it's in all of our lives. All of us. The first and the worst thing you could ever do is compare yourself to someone else. Comparison is so evil. We cannot look at somebody's outside and compare our inside to them. Life is hard. Life is difficult. Life is a challenge. Life is a marathon. And if we look at someone else to compare ourselves to, what we're going to end up doing is you're going to make the other person or you wrong. Neither one of you is wrong. Both of you is doing the very best you can do in this weather, on this ocean, in these winds. And so for me, the things that work for me, my gauge is very simple. I'm down to simple. I am, how much sleep did I get? if I got 8 hours, I know that my brain is not going to be as neurotic. All right? That's it right there. If you're getting 5 hours sleep or 6 hours sleep or 4 hours sleep, you're going to have this baseline of irritation and fear and vibration. And it also signals to your body that, and this is a big one, your body won't trust you. My body trusts me because my body knows I put the body first. I may want to go out and expose myself to COVID before I can have an operation and then have it not work. I can want to go out and get a whole bunch of sugar and just, take a straw and snuff it up my nose like cocaine because I'm feeling a little low vibration. But I don't do it. And the reason I don't do it is because I treasure my body. I expect my body to recover from the most god-awful assaults of being mortal. And so what I do is I signal to it, I'm here, baby, I'm going to take care of you. Now, the other thing that is a goal for me is, did I learn something today? And I know that because of my type, I found out I'm a 5 in the Enneagram. Learning signals to me that I'm making progress, that there is something I'm getting out of simply surviving. Because I'm still alive at 78, because I didn't die at 50 when I had cancer, because I didn't die in the car accident, because I didn't die when I lost half of the blood in my body, I've been able to learn more, to read more books, to be curious, to run around in the intellectual, scientific, quantum physics world and just find all of these treasures that I can bring back and install in my brain. So my brain is so much more interesting to me. If I didn't do that, I would just be bored to death. What are you thinking about? Oh, I want to get a manicure. Or what are you thinking about? Oh, I want to sit for 5 hours and hear how horrible the world is. No, I don't. I want new, fancy, shiny realities that I can install in my thought space. So, is my body being taken care of? Did I get enough sleep? Did I eat mindfully? It's hard to do at first. It takes about 6 weeks. What do I reach for when I'm down and depressed? And this is a big issue. When you are down and depressed, the first thing you feel is emptiness. There's a big gaping maw of dark nothingness inside you. And now you have the job of trying to fill that up. And what I used to do is I used to get sugar. Let's get some sugar. Or I would go shopping. Shopping's good. Or I would work really hard. And none of these things ended up being satisfying. They don't last. You do the thing and immediately you've got this dopamine that pours into your body when you achieve this lower energy goal, and it disappears immediately. And like I said in a blog I wrote recently, it's like crawling through sand toward a mirage, and you just never get there. So I've come to know about myself that if my body got enough sleep, if I ate well, if I learned something yesterday, and the next gauge for me is, did I show other people love? If I didn't get a chance to either help other people by teaching them, by posting things I'm learning, or actually face-to-face show them love, I'm going to feel empty. So this is the thing that I like to tell the clients that I'm coaching. It's very important for you to figure out what your gauges are. When you're looking to see how you're doing, pay attention to what you're looking at. Did somebody validate you, applaud you, invite you into a party? Did you get a new dress? Are those your gauges? Well, what about your body? What about the sense that your body knows you're taking care of it? And the reward for that one is it heals so much faster because it knows it can trust you. My body knows it can trust me. Okay? So I just wanted to share that with you today. If you are interested in a psychic channel reading from me for cards, for setting up a life plan that will get you into a place where you're very clear about what your goals are in your life, and you don't get knocked off of your, of the way your ship is trying to sail. I've got a goal. I want to get to this place, and it has nothing to do with the outside world. It has to do with my relationship with myself and how I feel about myself. So get a hold of me. I will do a remote reading. We can draw up a plan. And I also want to share with you the exciting fact that I have 75,300 subscribers to my CherieHanson.com blog at the current time. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much if you subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate you. Pay attention to your gauges. Pay attention to how you are reading the way you're moving through life. And you can change your gauges. You can do it. Thank you.